All right, so here we are, man. I'm getting back on this bipod stuff. I've been busy a lot and at work and doing a lot of different things, but I wanted to go over this. These are bipods. You've probably seen a couple of videos on them, but I got something a little bit more special. I'm going to show you. First, these are the protectors I make for these takedowns. They work really good. Keeps you from damaging the end of your takedown rifle, because this fit is really close into this, and if you drop this and dent it, you're going to be benching this out, and then you won't have a clean face, and you probably won't get it inside this gun because the fit is so close. Okay, so that's the takedown. I'm going to show you the two different kinds of bipods, the pivoting bipod and the rigid bipod. This is the pivoting bipod. So first we're going to do the pivoting bipod. I haven't had these in stock in a while. When I made them, they sold out pretty fast, and I just haven't got over getting back to making them, but they are coming soon. I get a lot of demand for them. I got a lot of people asking me when am I going to have it, and you know, with all the stuff that's going on today. And so that's the mount on a rigid bipod, on your rigid barrel band setup here. You mount that out, one screw goes in, this thing rotates, this has a locking pin, and your bipod's installed. Then you can just pop it off, put it in your pack, split your gun down, put it back in your carry bag that the Ruger gives you when you buy these rifles. They're pretty nice. You can pivot this in, and then your gun can rotate. It works really good. I mean, it's a really good action on this. And then you can of course lay it back, lay it on a tree branch, rotate it, lay it on the branch, rotate it, get your sight set up, and works pretty good. I got the laser on this, a green laser, and there's a flashlight for popping those little varmints at night. So we're gonna put a few rounds through this. I'm going to use the CCI stingers, and then I'm going to put this subsonic in, and I'm going to do a sound comparison. This may not go this may be subsonic. It doesn't crack the sound barrier, and this does, but it still has a lot of gas release, and I'm going to show you. I have a little gizmo to cure that problem. So let's do some stingers. Okay, let's get this rolling. Let's take a few pops of this and this is going to be Stinger CCI, CCI Stinger rounds. It's a little low for me sitting in this bench, so I'm going to raise it up a bit. It's a nice thing. You can set this thing any way you want. It's perfect for these little tabletops to power away. Okay, safety on. Safety on. You can see I'm shooting up against the bank, but I'm shooting at a tree stump. Okay. Pop a few more. All right, we're clear. Safety off. Mag release. All right. Okay, now we're going to do the subsonic. This is Agilia. I kill ya with Agilia. All right. And let's listen to the subsonic ammo, and then we'll do sub and super alternate and get it on. There you go. Where's that log at? Okay, there it is. So it's not subsonic. I mean, it's subsonic, but it's still, you can still even hear the echo off just the sandy hill. I mean, it's not deadly silent, that's for sure. You don't get the supersonic crack like you do on the Stingers, because basically your gun has two reports: the report of the gas release, and of course the report of the sound barrier cracking. So, you know, this may be subsonic, but it ain't sub silent. So, but we're gonna do something here now. We're gonna give this bad boy a little ride with the alternate ammo, and then I'm gonna bring out that special little thing before I put this other bipod on here. Okay, here is the stinger. Oh, safety up. Stinger. Sub. Stinger. Sub. So you can hear the big difference in all this. So, and you guys are probably wondering, you know, what's this little gizmo I have on here? It's basically, we'll take any Aquafina, Pepsi-Cola liter bottle, standard thread like this. Basically the bottle manufacturers, the bottler manufacturers all pretty much use the same thread, except for your little, you know, disposable plastic bottles. So this is basically repurposing a recyclable, and eventually you're going to recycle it. Okay, that's a stinger round. This is sub. Hear that? That's with the removal of all the gas, the crack of the gas on the subsonic ammo. So big difference on the sub and the supersonic ammo. So I'm gonna alternate this again. The last round's gonna be, I'll tell you what it is. Second, we're gonna alternate it in. We're gonna do sub and super. Almost like you couldn't even hear that thing go off, did you? Quiet is good. Noisy bad. Okay, here we go. Get that laser on target. There you go. That was sub. Now super. Sub. Super. Okay, now that's subsonic right there. Supersonic. Subsonic. Supersonic. Why don't we try this? We heard the difference. I'm going to do the rest of these subs right in a row so you can hear the big difference. You don't get all that gas release, kind of like putting a firecracker inside of a burlap bag. You know, it takes all that compressed gas release and just diffuses it down to pretty much nothing. I'll do a few rounds with the bottle on, and these are all subsonic. These are all these aguilas. So you can notice big difference with this little bit right here. I mean, this thing with the subsonic ammo and this little thing right here, we're talking quieter than a Game-O pellet gun. Okay, now we're gonna do just supers. That's our little science experiment for the day. A repurposing, and you know, doing our duty for keeping the environment clean. Repurposing your recyclables, very important. You know, because we're fighting global warming. Anyways, I already showed you guys, I make these protectors, pretty cool stuff. So let's take this other bipod off, and like I said, this is a quick detached pivoting bipod. You know, I got buddies trying to make these. I had one round of them made. I just tossed them all in the trash. The guy did junk work on them. I was like, hey man, I can't sell that to customers. It's got to be nice work, right? That's, you know, people like their 22s looking stylish. So. But I got another guy, an old friend of mine. He has a really nice shop. He's gonna start cranking these out and cranking out these. I have tons of barrel bands, you know, not a problem there. It's just, this is like 2 parts and a screw and some just like a drag on a fishing reel. It has wavy washers. I compress them to a load. You can take this off. I'll show you how you adjust yours if you've already bought one, and you probably already figured it out. When you adjust the load, the pivoting load, turn off my laser. When you adjust your pivoting load, you take one of your Allen wrenches I give you with these kits, and you torque this down. But you're not going to be able to just torque it freestyle on it. You got to put it onto the actual bipod and then torque it until you feel. See, this is like really hard, but once it's mounted on here, the leverage of it all, it's reasonably stiff. It's not super tight and it ain't super loose. But I mean, when when it's that tight, it really takes some significant effort to turn it. That's not really tight when it's on the gun. So you can get it all the way hammered shut, so it won't move either. So here's the next one, man. And you can see how this thing mounts. And these don't matter if you put them on this way or this way. This thing's all universal. Works pretty good, man. This is pretty simple, good mechanism. I trap the barrel band front and back with 2 tangs, and on side to side on 2 tangs. See? So all you need is 1 screw to put this thing on, mount it up, and it's super strong. I mean, all right. So here's the rigid one. Works pretty good. Same thing. I mean, these things are strong. I mean, you know, you can park your gun. The only thing with this one, it doesn't pivot, but you know, you have this, your hands, and you can pivot this thing any way you want. And it really makes it easy when you're, you know, laying shit out the chute. So there it is. So that's the pivoting bipod. This is a rigid barrel band bipod system, and all these little accessories. I bought some of these. Some of these have the screws mount a little lower. These picky rail form rails, they don't have a slot through them. It's not really necessary, you know, because they're not going to move. It ain't like a scope mount. This is just a laser mount, and these repeat very well. I've taken this barrel band off and put it back on, and I was off maybe taking it all apart and put it back together. I was off maybe about 1 inch off my original target I set it up for. And what I do with mine is, because this is a fixed distance and I don't want the laser light literally converging with the barrel, I sit them up completely parallel. So I know at it's around 2 inches. 2 inches. Wherever I put that laser, the bullet's going to shoot to the right exactly 2 inches. Now the laser is going to go perfectly straight. Your bullet's going to rise a little bit and it's going to start fading. So that'll kind of tell you from where your laser's at and where your shot's being taken, where it's dropping out to, how much to compensate with your laser. It's really a simple system. I don't like converging, and that's why I moved. Originally I had the laser kind of down along the side of the rifle. This laser is directly on center with this barrel. So you're basically horizontal. You have 2 horizontal targets. You get your laser and where your bullet's going to go. And from that, you can easily change your trajectory with your laser and start putting your bullet right in the marks. All right, so it's a good little system for a 22, especially these little takedowns. I love Ruger rifles. You know, my brother, you know, we all have mini 14s and all that stuff too. And I'm out here today just not to come out and show you guys this stuff. I drove 150 miles to come out and do this video. But not just the video. There's some Eurasian doves over here, and I'm going to go shoot them, and then I'm going down the river, and I'll show some video on that of catching catfish and the rip, all the drops on the bars. You can go from bar to bar to bar and catch catfish, and it's really easy. There are a lot of striper in there. Sometimes you get some nice stripers out of there, but that's today's activity because I'm socially spacing myself from society. So it's just me, my cameras, and we're going to do it up sweet, man.